Hey there, folks. Welcome back to Let's Play Nobunaga's Ambition, Sphere of Influence from... I started to say Red Dead Redemption for a minute. I'm the Serious JG. So, last video was mostly talk. A lot of talk from the game, even more talk from me, setting the stage for the scenario, but we're actually ready to get going now. And last time we talked about our starting point here in the Sekigahara campaign. Now, the overarching theme of the Sekigahara campaign is, of course, going to be the Battle of Sekigahara. Ieyasu and his allies, mostly in the east of Japan, are going to be fighting Mitsunari's allies in the west of Japan. The battle itself won't be much of the scenario in terms of how long it takes, but it is going to have a large impact on where the country ends up. Because in this game, you know, there's still, even if you're playing as the Tokugawa in the Sekigahara campaign, and you fight at Sekigahara, which the Date actually do not fight in Sekigahara. You don't win the game when you win it. You still have a whole bunch of like disparate little forces that you have to gradually bring into the fold. But there will be a coalition event coming up. And there's at least one game mechanic we haven't used yet that I want to use, which is actually working anything that has long-term impact. I tried not to bother with too much in the last scenario, but now we're going to want to work on things like court trust. We're also going to need to seriously consider doing a marriage alliance with the Tokugawa so that the AI doesn't decide after Sekigahara is over and they kind of get free reign that they don't want to just attack us and swallow us, because we won't be able to stand against the Tokugawa. If, let's say that everything comes out as we hope and we destroy the Uesugi and completely capture all of their territory, and this is important too, their officers, because they have some really top-notch officers. If we do that, then capture the Mogami, and we end up with all the territory we had at the end of the last scenario and more, we still have no ability whatsoever to stand up against the Tokugawa. Although, being the most powerful independent force left in this isolated region, you can see why the Date have that reputation that persists in all the animes and mangas and video games about being loyal to the Tokugawa in name only and always looking for some opportunity to rebel. Because we're up here where we could theoretically get away with it. So we got 28 officers in Rifu Castle, which is our capital. That's obviously seems pretty excessive. So we're going to need to do a couple of things here. We're going to need to redistribute our officers. We're going to need to start working. Well, we've got gifts. And we've got a Cariando, Grimmeth Reaper, Monkey Merc, all already disloyal, and then we start getting into non-created officers. I've got 2 gifts to work with. I tell you what, let's just go straight back into what we were already doing before, where I believe we gave Grimmeth Reaper the black lacquered armor. So this is one thing that makes it easy for people who are writing, not that Grimmeth is doing this in particular, but Iron Ant is. If you're writing in-character stuff for these officers, okay, I guess I'll give you the same gifts you had before to the extent that I have them. And it might just be a good idea.
What would you like?
There's no gifts available right now. Oh, none of our castles are surveyed. Well, JG Mystery survey a castle. I'm just gonna let whoever is best suited for it do it. I should be smarter about this and save the best officers for other things, but... Well, I won't use anybody who's an overseer. Wow. Vulture Bean is the overseer of Rifu Castle. That's impressive, because all of the created officers were gathered there. But we need to actually do something we have not been bothering with otherwise, which is diplomacy with the Imperial Court. Uncle Baldo is a diplomat, and I don't think he's watching the LP, so he's not going to worry too much if he doesn't get to be involved in all the cool fights. We'll instead have him, and it's costing us 600 gold a month. This isn't cheap, but this will allow us to actually start working on the Imperial Court. You'll see what the Imperial Court does for us once we've built up our trust with them. Is there anyone else that's worth negotiating with right now? We're hostile with these guys. No one else cares about us. In theory, we want to be able to use other clans against the Uesugi. So we probably want to start working on the Mugabe clan, too. Earl King, you're only giving us 5 trust a month? Probably should wait and come back and... We'll start on that next month, because I think we might have used some of our officers who could have done better with that are already investigating cities. We're going to need to move some people around. Alright, well, let's appoint a castle lord to this place. And let's let it be Kari Ando, who needs the loyalty boost. I'll head for Marumi Castle. Is that your people, or are they Marumis? Tari Castle will be Monkey Merc. And at some point, we just need to give people gifts and titles and just keep them happy until they get long-term loyalty bonuses. Because all those folks that we had babysat to carefully get their loyalty up, they're back at their default levels. Nothing that we've done for them. I suppose one thing I could do immediately is...
let us enact a policy.
Meritocracy. This costs us gold, but it should help with those officers.
Let's let everyone know. Let us enact a policy.
Anything else? Easy commerce. Gold income greatly increases. We want that one right away. Probably want harvest, the land, and probably want this one because it harvest increases based on number of months enacted. So that one we want. Resupply using a small amount of supplies. We'll worry about the rest later, including Dragoon Corps. I'm not going to go straight to that. I want to grab the ones that are going to increase our economy, including harvest, and the one that will make my officers happier.
Let's let everyone know.
Because it's getting expensive already. Add facility for labor. How much does this? How many do we need, and how much does this cost? We've got quite a few that we should be building.
What would you like?
Let's sell a decent chunk of this food.
Thank you very much.
And we'll try to hold off the... Uesugi aren't attacking yet, but they will be very soon. So let's at least get these facilities built, even if I don't go into immediate massive road improvement. Alright, so... I can do the thing that makes us more suitable for crafts and strengthens attack. Oh, that's storm attack. I can do the one that increases innovation. I can do the one that population increases quickly, or I could do the one that will make adjacent units more suitable for crops and crafts. I think we'll be fine for innovation in the long term. Let's see what it does to our innovation. Our innovation is already over 800. So I would either be thinking rice dealer for population, or I have other things I can do for population though. So we're going to want a cargo in here because it's touching touching a conscript's place. I need to make a decision once and for all here about whether I'm going to do rice dealers or not. This is only touching 2. This one will probably end up being conscripts because it's if it's everything is F, I usually do conscript because it's rare to find ones where conscripts. Usually it's like either FFF or EFF, or sometimes crops will be highlighted and sometimes crafts will be highlighted, but it seems like you never come across one where conscripts start out better. So this is likely to be the only... Yeah, let's just do rice dealer here. I'm thinking I'll do a rice dealer, at least one in each town. And this place, it's not affecting a whole lot of other places if I do town fair or coin exchange. It's only hitting 2 other places. So this would make crafts go up to 840. And this would make crafts go... no, not tea house. This would make them... Oh, all it does is make population increase faster. It doesn't do anything else. For some reason I thought it did gold, increases gold and population. Makes supplies cheaper. Let's go and let's ignore rice dealers for now. I can build things in the castles that will make that population increase a bit. Oh, I got several facilities to build here. Let's see, now their one, it's EDE. Here, Bischoff. Hunting ground, increase attack power of units from this base. You know, Rifu is going to have... Yeah. Normally I wouldn't go for hunting ground, but... I don't know. No, I'm still not going to go for hunting ground, because in the long term, eventually, this place will be in the backwater after we've conquered the nearby areas. We won't be marching out of here anymore, but always whatever benefits it gets here will be retained. So here, crafts D, so I'm likely to end up building crafts there, which means canals is probably what we want. Because this will take us up to 1374. This will take us up to 1272. Oh, so canals are slightly better anyway than village. So we'll go with canals moving towards orchard. Oh wait, I need to realign my officers first. Sorry, I got to come back to this after I've moved some officers around. So I set up lords of those 2 castles, which means this really has 3 and this really has 2. Sorry, my thoughts are getting disjointed here. Put Bloody Handed in charge down here. I'm more interested in keeping his loyalty up than those other guys. Oh, that's the Daimyo's base. Okay, Rifu Castle, who's in charge right now? can put Shaman Yamazaki in charge. You just have to remember not to move him out of there. Because I'll be moving a lot of other guys out of there. And of course the famous Teriyaki Castle. Kamihato might be in charge up there for a while, actually. Because we kind of need to keep this place pretty defensible, because that will be our border against the non... It's going to be a while before I have the time and leisure to deal with these guys, all these guys up here. The Nanbu will probably wipe out some of the lesser warlords and start to consolidate power a bit. But I don't have the time or the troops to go after them right now. I need to be worried about other things. So... let's get some good officers down here. Grimmeth is already a castle lord somewhere. We can't move him. Monkey Merc. Kari Ando. Bloody Hand. Oh, I didn't make Grimmeth a castle lord somewhere. Oh, because his loyalty actually went up pretty good once he got yeah, his loyalty actually went up pretty well once he you know what, fine. Maybe I better just finish a turn and then move people around because it's getting complicated here. Alright. We're going to build the canals here. We'll have Colin do it. We're going to build... well, that one we basically need to get either a trader or a castle fair. I'll have time to figure out which one later, but either way, we got to go get a town fair now. And the beautiful Lady Tollpanzer. All of our labor is gone. And I actually have cash left over, but I used up a bunch of food. Still only 5 a month. Okay, again, I was going to wait a month before we messed with that. There are unhappy officers. Nobody's completely in the red. Well, you got somebody in the red, but Nobukage Kita, not really that impressive stats, though. I mean, they're above average. Are there tribes that we really want on our side as we get ready to go out and do this? Probably these guys will certainly be fighting around this area eventually. Alright, let's see what happens. See if we have a little time before the... It'd be nice if we have a little breather before the Uesugi attack the Megami to get set up. The appeasement of the Honda tribe is seeing difficult. May I request 400 gold? Yeah. Piston Honda tribe. Canals have been constructed. It's just in a Red Dead Redemption 2 video talking about how their guys are going to use the Panama Canal when it hadn't been built yet. So, oops. In Osaka Castle. Let me get a drink of water before I have to do any voices, if I have to do voices. Ieyasu marched east against the Uesugi. To oppose him, Mitsunari Ishida raised an army with Terumoto Mori as its leader. Releasing an impassioned manifesto harshly criticizing Ieyasu, he gathered up daimyo to fight with him. Gathering under Mitsunari Ishida were Hidei Ukita and Hideaki Kobayakawa, aka Bitty Baby Kobayakawa, both kin to the Toyotomi clan. Yukinaga Konishi and Yushitsugu Otani, daimyo with deep connections to Ieyasu with personal relationships with Mitsunari, the guy on the right having been a boss in Nioh. Yoshihiro Shimazu and Morishika Chosakabe, who were going to help Ieyasu but ended up in the West Army due to various reasons, and many others. Ieyasu is a usurper who has turned his back on the region's legacy and seeks to set the land in chaos for his own gain. We must punish him by force of arms in Lord Hideyori's stead. Gathered at last, the West Army, aka Western Army, attacked the East Army, aka Eastern Army's critical base near the capital, Fushimi Castle.
Let's head out.
Your orders? Here's last month's balance.
So we spent more than we made, and that's after selling a bunch of food, so expensive first turn, but we're trying to get some construction started.
Reporting in.
And we got a lot of exploration done. I found specialty at Marimori Castle. It should be a useful resource. I discovered specialty and other resources at Watari Castle. I found mine and vein around at Sawa Castle.
I found hidden path and lumber around Teriyaki Castle.
That's not what it's actually called. I discovered lumber at Iwadayama Castle. It'll be a useful resource.
I found hidden path, specialty, and other resources around Rifu Castle.
I discovered fountain at Kuzumi Castle. It'll be a useful resource on JG Mystery. Honda's tribe support is rising daily. Alright. So Kanetsuga Naoe is on the march. We have to kind of... does it have a target that's named? No. But as you can see, he's got a crazy helmet. He's going to be an officer of ours if we play our cards right in the long run. So he's a pretty good officer, too. For now, though... So we're in a coalition with the Mogami, so we can march across their territory all we want. And in fact, we're going to need to, because we're going to end up needing to defend them. But anyway, let's see. Can we buy any treasures right now?
Like?
No. Where's our officer's loyalty at?
Where my officer's loyalty at? Where they at?
So, some of our least happy people are like the unskilled, don't have a place around here type of people. Monkey Merc's still not that happy. Shows discontent on occasion. But he's a lord, and the talented are being rewarded, so there's not a whole lot more I can do other than giving him a gift, which I don't have right now. Cariando, on the other hand, is up into blue. She's our lowest loyalty officer other than Monkey Merc of the created officers, and she's in blue because she'll treasure what she's received. Honored to be made Lord of Castle. Good the talented are rewarded. Doesn't get along personally with Masamune, but, you know, whatever. Oh, and you've got your keen spear arts. Grimmeth, too, is like, he's at 20, so burns with loyalty. She burns with loyalty, but still is at the lowest that we've got, so that's kind of weird. But then we got guys like Toriyama Basaru. Seems satisfied. He's got the... he's actually got quite a few bonuses going. Eventide Fate seems pretty loyal. Uncle Baldo. I think it makes a difference that we added the talented are rewarded thing. Yeah, Bloody Handed's loyalty seemed pretty low, but now it's doing really well. So if we can get a treasure, it probably has to go to Monkey Merc in the short term. So Teriyaki Castle had something to be built that we ran out of labor to build. It's actually got several. So this place, it's got lumber, which means we need to do a lumber mill, basically. Because although it's hitting several territories, and it would be a nice place to put an orchard or a cargoman, I pretty much always default to the one that takes advantage of the actual resource. Certainly when it's a horsey one. Yeah. Need more people there. Let's get, I don't want to just put people there, because the people who go there might not end up doing a whole lot of interesting stuff. Bucha Rubios has already had a chance to do some pretty cool stuff, so he could probably handle being over there for a while. But, oh, no, the other thing, though, I have to figure out, do I have the right people doing my diplomacy with the Imperial Court? Is there somebody else I should be using instead? Grimith Reaper? Or Bucha Ruby? Let's see. He's doing 14 trust a month. Bucha Rubios would be doing 14 a month, so we'll leave Zerfall at it. But then if we wanted to start being able to use... Oh, I'm getting boost trust from them already. I think just because... So I could be negotiating with the Megami. The main reason to do this would be that I could use my trust to order them to attack the Uesugi at a time that's useful for me. But again, this was costing gold, so maybe I'll leave it alone. But I need to move some officers there, so let's get Bucha Rubios and one or two other good officers over there to help out in Teriyaki, at least until it's built up. Yeah, you're not terrible. We'll move you over there too. We will move... keep Lethal and Grimith together. We'll move them down there. Eventide Fate will move. You'll need some help. So I have to wait on that one because the person who I could assign to build it is just so slow it would be less time to start fresh with somebody new who's just moving there now. This place needs to be... Oh, a gunsmith. Yeah, I guess we're moving towards gunsmith then. Forget coin exchange. And I'm out of labor again. And money. Yikes. Okay.
We march! We march!
Uh-oh. So they are already attacking. They got 9,000 troops. Okay, they're not going to hold. I was hoping I could wait a little longer. But,
We march!
we kind of need to go right away. need to edit this because we lose if Shigazane is involved.
I'll show you how we do battle.
So we're just trying to make sure this place stays standing. We're not, at this point, trying to take over their territory. That'll come later.
We march.
Masamune also can't be involved. We could send Kita Katakura, which seems silly, but we could do it.
Let's march.
I can't go fight them. Would you mind going to fight them, wet nurse? Yeah. You guys probably need to stay put because you're on the border with somebody.
The battlefield will be mine.
So this might be overkill, but we kind of need to be sure that we can win. And then after this is over, I need to regroup and start attacking the Uesugi and taking their territory before anyone else can gobble it up. Basically, the long-term plan here is I want to take the Uesugi stuff as fast as possible. I really want to try to take out the Satake before the Tokugawa get them, but it's unlikely I can do so. The off-screen playing around, I managed just to get Oda Castle, but the nice thing is Ieyasu had taken all their territories except Oda Castle, which meant I captured almost all of their officers, including the Ogre of Hitachi himself, who became one of our officers. But yeah, I want to ally with the Tokugawa, then gobble up as much territory as I can up here, because as the Tokugawa start to expand, I'm going to lose opportunities to expand, because I can't fight them. I just need to expand in their direction and consolidate as much as possible. Once we have a border with each other, I expand anywhere that they can't. And that's kind of the strategy. We'll see how that strategy works for us next time, as we're now well and truly getting ready for the big final historical quest, which is to keep the Megame alive, at least until we decide it's time for them to die. See you guys next time.